Hey, how are you? In this video, I'm talking about the law of attraction and how you can use that for yourself, for your agency, and for pretty much anything that you really want to attract or to manifest and create in your life. There's a couple different techniques that I use that have been, you know, instrumental to me in the last few years in seeing, visualizing, and essentially making my dreams come true. So I will dive into how that works for me and how I believe that you can use some of these strategies to your benefit with this mindset shift that I believe can be helpful for a lot of people out there if you're not already aware of some of these techniques. So let's dive into it. All right, so as I mentioned, it is a mindset shift. It really kind of comes down to what people sometimes call the law of attraction. And essentially what the law of attraction is stating that what your thoughts and what you put out into the universe and to the world, and the energy that you put out is what essentially attracts back into you. And it's a law. And it's just like the way gravity works. Gravity is always in effect. It's always going down. So the same thing with the law of attraction is always working at every second, 24/7, 365. The law of attraction is in effect. And what you're attracting at this moment as you're watching this, if you're focused on things that happened in the past that didn't work, or things you're afraid of or anxious about, that is really what your mind is kind of putting out vibrationally into the world and is going to come back to you. So the first step to this is just understanding how it even works. And like that's it in a nutshell. And there's people that go way deeper into this. Some people I recommend are Dr. Joe Dispenza. Bob Proctor is a great person that talks about this kind of stuff. And then there's also a great audiobook that I really like. It's called The Key to Living the Law of Attraction. Fantastic book. It really helped me kind of visualize and put myself in the right energy and emotion on a day-to-day basis that helped me attract and create this agency, which I truly, no joke, like I'm telling you straight up, I used to sit there and like, it's funny, I hang on to these notes. I used to work at Farmers Insurance, and I would sit there at Farmers Insurance when I was working there, and there was things that I just didn't think were being done efficiently, or I thought could be done better, or I would do it a certain way. And so I would write down these little, like on these yellow notepad sheets, the stuff that I would plan to do for my agency, and visualize having a team and having a big office and selling a bunch of policies. And even till this day, my screensaver is still the amount of money I want to generate on a month-to-month basis, the amount of policies I want to sell on a day-to-day basis per month, the car I want to drive, and owning a piece of property. The only one out of all of those, I'm telling this is just straight up, it's the amount of money I wanted to make. I've accomplished that. It's the amount of policies we sell on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't happen all the time, but I've broken that several times. We've sold more than, I put 3 policies a day, which is now we crush. How much I wanted to make in a month. I'm sorry, I think I already said that one. I wanted to own a property, which I did. I bought a property recently, and I think the last thing was the car, and that's the only one I haven't done is the car. I just feel right now, going into recessionary times, I don't necessarily, and see, this is a mindset thing. I should be looking with an abundant mindset. Like the car is just another addition to the wealth that I'm attracting, and keeping that abundant mindset when it comes to the car. Right now, I'm just kind of keeping tight on the car for some reason. Cars are not known to be the greatest investment, so but eventually, very soon, I will be doing the car. But everything on that list has been accomplished. So the point there is, there's a few different ways to work about this strategy, and I've already made this video a couple times, but I wanted to remake it myself, and just because I wanted it to land and I wanted to have some punch when people see this, because it is such an important part. Like, business is 90% of the game. 10% of it is literally just the execution of the thoughts that you're putting out and you're thinking about and how you're going to do it. And then 10% is just the actual effort to put in the work, show up on time, stay late, do the calls, do the quotes, present them, and know your stuff. 90% of it is up here, I'm telling you. So this is what works for me. On a day-to-day basis, what I typically do, because I'm a big believer that your thoughts essentially make up your actions. Like, what you're thinking about is what you're going to do. And what you do on a regular basis, day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, becomes habits. So your thoughts lead to actions, lead to habits, and then your habits, which are essentially your personality, at some point, because they're you, like they're what you're doing all the time, it's the same thing over and over, that becomes your character and personality. So it all starts with your thoughts. What are you putting into your mind? Are you filling it with positive things? Are you reading good books, listening to positive audio podcasts, ebooks? Are you surrounding yourself with the right people? And I'm a huge believer in that. Like, you are truly the average of the 5 people around you in your environment. Your environment really does make a big difference in who you are and what you're thinking about and the energy and the mindset of yourself. So very important, making sure that your environment is a place that is healthy. And it's not, and it's not always. Like, you might be in a completely shit situation where you live in a tiny little place and there's just negative ass people all around you just saying just pessimistic stuff, and you got to just plug your ears, man. You got to plug your ears and figure out a way and make that your mission to get yourself out of that into a better position. So like I said, what you focus on and what your thoughts are is what you're going to attract. So there's a strategy that I do on a regular basis is, first things first, in the morning, at some point throughout the morning, I do a meditation where there are studies that show this. I mentioned Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's a neuroscientist and doctor, where they've studied thousands and thousands of brains and hearts that, they actually measure the frequency and the thoughts, the energy, because these are actual things on graphs. Like, they're not just people just saying, oh, the vibes of their brain and their hearts. Like, they actually put monitors on people's heads and their hearts, and they check to see what those frequencies look like and what they look like when they're in a manifesting or attracting positive state. And a huge percentage of them happen when their body is in a controlled, present state. And that happens through meditation. You take time to control your breathing, and there are studies also that back this, that the present state happens when you're in a controlled breath. So you need to sit yourself down at some point throughout the day and be present. Take some deep breaths, sit there, control the body, because if not, the body's going to control you. And take control of your mind and your body. And at those times, you get yourself into that place where you are calm and at peace, and you can really now focus on that ideal future and what is coming to you, whether it's insane amounts of money, like checks just flying in through the door and showing up in the mail, like believing that that's going to happen, believing that you're going to get that house, that girl or that guy, whatever it is for you, getting the agency to where you want it to be, all those things, and then sitting there and almost resonating and being in that place as if it's already happened. And what happens with that is that your body starts to recognize that, and that's the beauty of meditation and visualization. The subconscious mind cannot differentiate a true actual event, and these are actual real studies. You can look this up. I'm just kind of regurgitating the studies that I've done myself, that the human body and the human subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a real event and something that you are visualizing and seeing as if it already really did happen. It can't distinguish the two. So that's to your favor. You can really kind of put in whatever you want into the subconscious mind, which essentially over time, after repetition, time after time, it becomes your actions, becomes your habits, and then becomes yourself. So if you're thinking the right thoughts, it's going to lead to you doing the right actions, whether that's closing huge deals, like you're visualizing huge deals being closed and being done. Boom, when that opportunity pops up, you're going to execute on it. You're going to close the deal. And then boom, once you do that a bunch of times, it becomes habit. After it becomes habit, it becomes part of you. Like I've done enough big deals now where I'm like, I'm good. Like I don't feel the shakiness in my voice. Like I'm not nervous going into a 6-figure account. Like obviously I feel a little bit, I'm like, let's go. Like I'm excited, I'm pumped up, but it's become part of me. Like it's nothing out of the ordinary. But if a new kid walks in here and it's his first time, he doesn't know, he's not sure, and that certainty isn't there because it hasn't happened yet. So it all started with me thinking the thoughts, and it led to my actions, and then it led to my habits, and then it led to me being who I am now. And I plan on developing and growing on this and building on it. And every day is a new day. And you don't work and live off the past experiences. Every day is a new day to opportunity to create new things. So today I'm going to do brand new, like as if starting from a blank slate. I'm going to do the best I can to visualize and create an ideal future. So yeah, what I do, just kind of going back to it, I sit down, I meditate, I take time to be present and really get into the state that allows me to attract good things, because you can't attract good things when you're anxious or afraid. That's just attracting that. So you need to be in a calm, present moment state where truly there's nothing around me that's gonna, everything's good. There's no lion at the door that's gonna eat me or kill my family, or there's no gun to my head. I'm completely fine. I'm just sitting in the office. Like right now, it's just chill, man. Like I'm good. So that's what being present is, and just being here and enjoying and being present in the moment. Just want to make sure I'm recording this because this is, like I said, I want to pack some punch in this. So that's pretty much my strategy. From there, I will go and I'll actually review my written down extremely specific goals and visualization, and it's all in first person, written as if I already have these things. Like I just got home from this beautiful vacation with my family. We all had lobster, we were on a yacht, and now we're back at my estate here in PV. It's a beautiful house. Everybody's here. We're having a barbecue. Music's flowing. Drinks are going. Food's all there. Everybody's having an amazing time. All my favorite people are around me. I'm generating over 8 figures a year, and I have a gorgeous wife who is just positive and fulfilling and loving to me, and blah 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 blah, and it goes on and on. The charities I donate to, and the car that I'm driving, the color of the car, where it's parked, etc., etc. Employees, how they're looking, how the agency looks, all that. It's just detailed. Like, so if you haven't done that, like take some time to write that out for yourself so that and you can review it and always be updating it too. Mine's been pretty consistent for the most part. I luckily did this with a life coach who kind of guided me through it and kind of asked me in the different areas when it came to a vacation, to my love life, to my family, to the business, the philanthropy, to my personal physical appearance, the body I wanted to be in. So those are the kind of the categories. And lastly, like my spirituality, like where am I at with my faith and stuff. And then there was like one thing that's been always wrong. Like how did I overcome that? Like I had some problems with my sister. Like we didn't have the best relationship, and it's been getting so much better. And I plan on seeing it even flourish over in the future. So those are kind of the bullet points you really want to lay out for yourself in the visualization, so that those are main key points in I think majority of people's lives. So hopefully those do help you. If you haven't written that down, I would recommend kind of listening to back what I just said right now, those kind of key points, and then laying out what you see an ideal future, like 5, 6, 7 years from now, and just the perfect miracle world, the place you live, the car you have, the finances, what your family looks like, how that one problem that you've always been dealing with, like that one thing, I know you probably know there's probably like one thing, like that one person, or like that one situation that always was wrong, like how you overcame it, which philanthropy, those kinds of things, and then laying it out, and then obviously like your spirituality, whatever that is, universe, call it what you want. Everybody should have something that they, because we didn't just get here by accident. I don't believe this is coincidence that I'm just making this video and you're hearing this. Like, something out there has created this. It's too complex for us to not be. So that's my opinion on that. But anyways, hopefully that does help. I think that doing this on a regular basis and making it a habit, that small change, taking 5-10 minutes in the morning and then reviewing a visualization and then staying in that state as much as you possibly can throughout the day. Obviously, like, stuff throws you off, being anxious, being stressed, especially running a business. It's not easy. Like, there's a lot of shit that happens and that you deal with and comes up. But these are definitely helpful strategies to keep you in that place. The more you can focus and stay and focused on that and feel it, truly believe it, I believe that it will become more and more of a reality for you. And I truly believe that with the grace of God and also my focus and my mindset on these things for the last 4 years, I have now I'm now sitting here making this video and in my position where I'm at in my office that I dreamed of, truly, and I like visualize this. That's why some people say like, oh my gosh, like, that's awesome, like, can you believe it? I'm like, yeah, man, I totally believe it. And you'll hear other athletes say this all the time, like how do you feel? It's like, I'm not surprised, I'm not really surprised. Like, I've already been there for years, and then when I'm at 10, like, I'm already at 10 million right now. Like, that's what I'm at in my head. I'm not actually there truly on the books at the moment, but I feel it. Like, I'm already at 10 mil. I'm going there. Like, it's happening. So when it does actually happen, we'll clip this video back and we will show it, because I'm feeling it already. We're going there, and like, it's just bound to happen over as time comes, because I feel that I'm attracting lots of good things into my life, whether it's even with the attention that I'm getting on these videos. Like, I appreciate every single one of you guys that are supporting and getting some value from this, and I'll continue to document as the process goes on, and hopefully this does help you on your journey as well. So that's all I got. If you do get any value, chriscostantini.com, there to help, happy to chat with you and even kind of go through some of these things. Like, if this is what you're looking for, I'm not like a life coach or anything like that, but I have some mindset shifts and strategies that have worked for me, so hopefully they can work for you. Hit me up, chriscostantini.com. Links are all in the description below. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. And that's all I got. We'll see you guys at the top, and 10 mil, we're coming. We're coming soon, so that's all I got. See you soon. Peace.